Shinsuke Nakamura. He won the men's Royal Rumble match in 2018 and earned a shot at the WWE or Universal Championship at WrestleMania 34. AJ Styles was the WWE champion at the time, and after Nakamura won the Rumble match, fans knew what was coming. Styles and Nakamura had a phenomenal match in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and with Nakamura winning the Rumble, there was an opportunity to book the match at WrestleMania. The build-up was great and fans expected a banger from these two, but they failed to deliver, and on top of that, Styles managed to beat him clean, retaining his championship. Then WWE threw a curveball by turning Nakamura heel as he low-blowed Styles after the match and continued to beat him down. He challenged Styles for his WWE Championship a few more times, but did not capture the title. While WWE did later grant him runs with the United States and Intercontinental Championships, these reigns lacked the momentum he once held following his 2018 Royal Rumble victory. Over time, his relevance in WWE gradually faded. So what happened? Why did WWE fail to book Shinsuke Nakamura as a main event star despite his early success? Let's talk about it.
You think you know all the wrestling stories? There's more you haven't heard yet. Join us on Backstage Pass.
Before he came to WWE, Nakamura was already a veteran, wrestling since 2002 for New Japan Pro Wrestling. He had earned his name as one of the most exciting wrestlers in the world. He had 3 reigns with the IWGP Heavyweight Championship and 5 reigns with the IWGP Intercontinental Championship, along with main eventing their premier event, Wrestle Kingdom 8 in Tokyo, and winning the G1 Climax in 2011. He was a big name in Japan, so when WWE signed him in 2016, there was big hype and excitement among fans who saw him as a game changer poised to bring a unique flair to WWE's roster. Given his experience and star power, WWE could have debuted Nakamura directly on the main roster. However, to ensure he adapted to the company's style, he was first sent to NXT. This allowed him to acclimate to WWE's production, pacing, and storytelling while showcasing his talent and building momentum before transitioning to the main stage. Nakamura coming to WWE was a huge deal. WWE held a press conference in Tokyo to officially announce his signing to NXT, and finally, he made his NXT debut at NXT TakeOver Dallas against Sami Zayn in one of the best matches in NXT history. Fans chanted, "Fight forever," as they battled it out in the ring. Shinsuke managed to beat Sami and build momentum for his future. With just one match, Nakamura showed the fans why he was regarded as one of the most captivating wrestlers in the world. His entrance music was mesmerizing, quickly becoming one of the standout things in WWE. Even today, it is still celebrated as one of the greatest entrances in WWE history. He went on to defeat wrestlers such as Ty Dillinger, now known as Shawn Spears. He also defeated the former NXT champion Finn Balor, who was on his way to the main roster. He had beaten everyone there was to beat in NXT. Now one thing was left to do: win the NXT championship. He challenged the champion Samoa Joe at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2 and went on to win the NXT championship. He was now ready to be the top guy in the black and gold brand, but the management decided to go on a different route. Nakamura dropped the NXT championship back to Joe at NXT TakeOver Toronto. This was his first loss in NXT. This was done because NXT was doing a show in Osaka, Japan, and they wanted to give Nakamura a big win in his home country. He won the championship back in Japan and reigned for a month before dropping it to Bobby Roode. It was clear that Nakamura had accomplished all he could in NXT and was ready for the main roster spotlight. On the April 4th episode of SmackDown Live, the first show following WrestleMania 33, he made his main roster debut in a dramatic fashion by interrupting The Miz and Maurice. However, this moment did not lead to a rivalry, as The Miz and Maurice were drafted to Raw. Instead, Nakamura's first major feud on SmackDown began with Dolph Ziggler. He defeated Ziggler in his main roster debut at Backlash. It was later announced that Nakamura, alongside AJ Styles, Baron Corbin, Dolph Ziggler, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn would compete in the Money in the Bank ladder match at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Shinsuke was the favorite to win. He had the momentum and fan support and could have benefited the most, but it was Corbin who walked out with the briefcase. Yeah, Baron Corbin won the Money in the Bank match. Remember that? However, during the match, Nakamura shared a moment with AJ Styles in the ring, and the crowd went crazy. It was the preview of what WWE wanted to do in the future. Despite losing the Money in the Bank match, he did not lose much momentum and continued wrestling on TV. He defeated Corbin, and then he had his biggest match of his career against John Cena. This match was for the #1 contender for the WWE Championship, and Nakamura actually beat Cena. This was a huge deal, which showed that WWE had faith in him to become a top guy in the company. During this match, there was a scary moment when Cena was dropped on his head, but thankfully, nothing serious came of it, and both competitors continued without any injury. Nakamura was now the #1 contender for the WWE Championship, which was held by none other than Jinder Mahal. Yeah, that wasn't very good either. Nakamura was the perfect guy to end his reign, but at SummerSlam, Mahal beat Shinsuke Nakamura with some outside help. This wasn't the end of their rivalry, as he defeated Randy Orton to earn another shot at the WWE Championship. In just a matter of months, he beat two of the biggest stars in WWE in John Cena and Randy Orton, but somehow couldn't beat Jinder Mahal. What followed was one of the most controversial moments in WWE history. On an episode of SmackDown, Mahal mocked Shinsuke with racist remarks, playing on his Japanese heritage. Mahal taunted Nakamura by imitating his entrance and made fun of his accent, attempting to belittle him in front of the audience. This segment was heavily criticized for its racial overtones, as Mahal's behavior reinforced negative stereotypes rather than building a compelling feud. Despite this, Nakamura failed to capture the WWE Championship from Mahal and slipped down the card. This feud really hurt his credibility, as fans started wondering whether he would bounce back from this. He entered in a short-term feud against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn after this, but nothing special happened. The next big thing in his career happened at Royal Rumble 2018, as we discussed at the start of this video. He entered the Men's Royal Rumble match at number 14 and went on to claim victory, last eliminating Roman Reigns. It was one of the best endings in a Royal Rumble match, with Cena, Reigns, Balor, and Nakamura being the final four. Then and there, Nakamura announced that he would challenge AJ Styles, who had ended Mahal's reign, for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 34. It felt that now WWE was putting the machine behind him. Everyone expected this not just to be a classic match, but also a championship win for Nakamura. Styles, who was already in the midst of his second reign as WWE Champion, had already established himself as a main eventer. A loss to Nakamura wouldn't have hurt his credibility. It was the perfect time to put the belt on Nakamura. It came down to two fan favorites displaying their exceptional wrestling skills before 70,000 fans. Rather than delivering a conclusion to Nakamura's quest for championship gold, WWE decided to surprise the audience with an unexpected twist, one that shifted the course of Nakamura's character and momentum in a new direction. First, he lost to Styles. Then, after the match, he low-blowed the Phenomenal One and beat him down before walking out, turning heel for the first time in WWE. This felt like a forced decision. Nakamura was red hot as a babyface, so for him to turn on Styles and start a heel run was a premature decision and ultimately bad timing. You can argue that for the first few months it was kind of entertaining, but with his English skills not strong enough to deliver promos, he couldn't carry himself on the mic to develop feuds. Now, this could have worked if WWE gave him a manager who did the talking for him, but that never happened. Around this time, he introduced a new theme song. This helped emphasize his transition from a fan favorite, charismatic performer to a more menacing and calculated heel, enhancing his character's overall direction. It was also done because his old theme was very popular and fans sang whenever he came out. It didn't work for his new character, so a change was needed. Nakamura challenged Styles for a championship a few more times, but did not win. His heel turn could have been justified by giving him the championship, as it would have provided a clear motivation for his shift in character, but WWE kept the title on Styles. After losing his WWE Championship opportunity, he spent the remainder of his 2018 hovering over the mid-card scene. He even won the United States Championship 2 times. However, at this point, Nakamura's aura had been completely destroyed. He lost 4 championship matches to Styles and 2 to Jinder Mahal, which tarnished his credibility with fans, and the heel turn forced fans to boo him, tarnishing his relationship with them even further. He started 2018 off as a budding main event babyface talent with arguably one of the biggest wins a wrestler can get in the Royal Rumble, but ended 2018 as a mid-card heel champion. Imagine how things would have turned out if Nakamura had won the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 34. Well, it's one of the biggest what-ifs in WWE. Nakamura then had a short-term tag team run with Rusev and competed in a fatal 4-way tag team match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, but were unsuccessful. He remained in the mid-card in 2019 and won the Intercontinental Championship and started an alliance with Sami Zayn and Cesaro, forming the Artist Collective. He dropped the Intercontinental title to Braun Strowman, but helped Sami Zayn capture the title at Elimination Chamber in 2020. Nakamura held the Intercontinental title for 201 days, but there wasn't any memorable moments with him holding the title. This goes to show you how bad his booking was. His alliance with Zayn and Cesaro did not last long due to COVID, as Sami decided to go home. For the rest of 2020, Nakamura didn't do anything and remained just as active on the roster. However, in January 2021, things changed a bit when he competed in a gauntlet match to determine the challenger for the WWE Universal Championship, which was held by Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble. He defeated Rey Mysterio, King Corbin, and Daniel Bryan. He was then assaulted by the champion Roman Reigns and lost the match to Adam Pearce. With this, he turned face for the first time since 2018. It felt that WWE was going to book a match between Nakamura and Reigns in the future, but again, for some reason, WWE did not do that. Instead, he took King Corbin's crown and started a tag team with Rick Boogs. Now that was entertaining. Boogs vibing to Nakamura's music was a great way to reintroduce his banger theme to the WWE fans, but again, nothing substantial happened with Nakamura. Fans started to lose hope that Shinsuke Nakamura would ever become a main event star in WWE. While he did receive some opportunities, they were typically designed to elevate other talent rather than to push him to the top. In 2023, he engaged in a feud with Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship, but the rivalry served to deliver strong matches rather than position Nakamura as a serious title contender. We haven't seen him in the WWE for quite some time now, and there are rumors that he might return soon. We hope that he does come back stronger than ever. Shinsuke Nakamura's journey in WWE has been a complex one, marked by both high hopes and missed opportunities. Despite never reaching the top of the company as a main eventer, Nakamura has consistently proven himself to be a reliable and versatile performer, always ready to deliver when needed. From his stellar debut in NXT to his time as a heel character, his performances have often been top-notch, even when the booking didn't fully support him. In the end, Shinsuke Nakamura may not have reached the level of superstardom that many envisioned for him, but he remains one of the most unique and respected talents to ever step into a WWE ring.